Welcome inside Coke Arena on the Wichita State University campus here in Wichita, Kansas. This is the championship game of the 2025 basketball tournament. And it's unlike any other championship game in this tournament's 12-year history because of those Wichita State fans. We expect over 9,000 here today for this title game as the AfterShocks, the Wichita State alums, take on Eberlein Drive. Bob Rathman, Nick Baugh, it's great to have you with us. What are we in for here today, my friend?
You better buckle up. I know you don't need any more coffee. You're ready to go for this one. This tournament encapsulates everything I think we love about basketball and about sports. It's all about pride for the name in front of your jersey. You have these Wichita State alums representing where they played, and it's all about competition, winning, and advance. I can't wait to see what this thing looks like for 4 quarters.
An electric atmosphere coming your way at the top of the hour. Championship game of TBT. Wichita State alums, the AfterShocks, taking on Eberlein Drive. Stay with us on Fox. this is not your typical Summer League championship game. Not at all. A near-capacity crowd filing into Koch Arena here in Wichita for the TBT championship game between Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks. A native son of this city of Wichita, Kansas. He was a hero when he played for the Shockers, and he has carried this AfterShocks team through TBT after TBT and one win away from the championship. It's Connor Frankamp, and he is standing by with Jen.
Bob, a native son and the favorite son here in Wichita. This crowd loves them some Connor Frankamp. Connor, you've got an almost sold-out crowd here. You guys have been in TBT so many times. You're a staple squad. What's different? What makes you feel like this is the year and today's the day?
We said before TBT started we thought this was probably our best team and most complete team. We knew the road would be really tough to get here, but we're super glad we made it and then have our home fans behind us. It's awesome.
Tell us a little bit about your bench, because they have been absolutely fantastic this tournament, often either keeping pace and scoring with the starting lineup or outscoring the starters.
We're so lucky to have the bench we have. We feel like we have 10 starters pretty much, and that bench unit comes in, does well, plays great defense, can score. We're lucky to have them.
Give us a little scouting report on your opponent, Eberlein Drive. You're well familiar with Gabe York from your college days. What's top of your list? What's top of your radar screen today?
Definitely Gabe York. He's had a great tournament so far. He can score from everywhere. Obviously, they have a really good point guard, too. They're a great overall team, so hopefully we can play well and hang with them and see what happens.
Where do you think you can find an advantage against them today?
Hopefully our energy, and hopefully the crowd will help us. Pretty lucky to have this many people here for a game in the summertime, so hopefully we can feed off them.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about your evaluation of this crowd. We've had people in line since 10 a.m. to get in this building to watch y'all play today.
It's crazy. I think we have over 9,000. I think the place holds 10,500, so it's pretty close to a sellout. It's amazing for early August basketball game at 3 p.m.
Connor, thanks so much for your time. Always love getting a chance to visit with you. Best of luck today. Can't wait for tip-off.
Thank you so much.
Bob, Nick.
The AfterShocks playing in their first TBT championship in front of their faithful. What a day ahead here on Fox. The 2025 TBT championship, Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks. This is the championship game of TBT. Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks. And Koch Arena is just about ready to explode at the start of this game. What an atmosphere for this championship game. These fans have been phenomenal here in Wichita. And the AfterShocks, right on cue, have played great basketball to win 5 games on this floor to get to this championship game. Bob Rathman, Nick Bob, and Jen Hale with you. We started with 61 teams, Nick, and a lot of quality basketball has been played in this tournament. But these are the 2 teams that have played the best basketball.
No doubt about it. Eberlein Drive knocked off the Kentucky Alumni group earlier on in Lexington. They just beat West Virginia in Charleston, West Virginia. That West Virginia team is the West Virginia alums, so they know a thing or two about coming into an opposing team's environment and finding a way to win. But these 2 teams have been the best so far. The AfterShocks, great depth, and this crowd is going to play a big factor in this one here this afternoon.
Keep in mind, these are all experienced professional basketball players. They've been in environments like this as collegians and as professionals. But for Summer League basketball, this is off the charts.
It really is. It's August 3rd, and there's almost 10,000 people inside Charles Koch Arena to cheer on their AfterShocks. And they're going to have a very worthwhile opponent here in Eberlein Drive.
What makes Eberlein so good, Nick?
Well, their ability to shoot the ball, share the ball. They got a lot of accomplished overseas pros, some guys that have been in the NBA as well. Talented roster.
We cannot wait to get this thing going. What a matchup. Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks. All next on Fox. The AfterShocks have a chance to do what no one in the basketball tournament has done before. Win a $1 million championship on their home court in front of thousands of screaming Shocker faithful. It's over. The AfterShocks move to the championship. They'll play Eberlein Drive on this floor for $1 million. The AfterShocks boast their deepest team yet, made up of Wichita State legends and TBT legend Marcus Keene, who has hit more game-winning shots than anyone in the tournament. But Eberlein Drive, once dubbed the lost cause of TBT, hopes to silence the home court crowd. And with the human Elam Ending, Gabe York, is this the year the Drive finally raised the trophy?
Eberlein Drive is going to the championship. Gabe York goes the distance in the Elam Ending.
The roundhouse is quiet now, but it's about to get loud. The $1 million championship of the basketball tournament is next. Welcome to Championship Sunday. We are live in Wichita, Kansas. Charles Koch Arena is practically full for the title game of TBT 2025. The homestanding AfterShocks, the Wichita State alums, take the home court for a sixth time in this tournament, and they take on a worthy opponent, Eberlein Drive. We started 2.5 weeks ago with 61 teams. We are down to 2, and only one is going to walk out of this building today with $1 million in their back pockets. Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks just about set to have at it. A very pleasant good afternoon wherever you may be, everybody. Bob Rathman, Nick Bala, Jen Hale will join us in just a moment. Eberlein Drive comes into this an original TBT team all the way back to 2014 to get into this tournament. They were the lost cause of TBT, but here they are playing for the championship today. They've won at Kentucky. They've won in West Virginia, and they are relishing the opportunity to win here in Wichita today, and Gabe York is the reason why they're here.
Once upon a time was a superstar at Arizona. Now he is leading Eberlein Drive. In between those two periods of time, he was with the Indiana Pacers in 2023. So this guy can play. His movement and shooting unlocks this Eberlein Drive basketball team. What he's able to do off the bounce, off the catch, and creating shots for himself and his teammates with all the attention he attracts is truly special to see him play and watch him operate offensively. Just take a look at a lot of these shots here, Bob. They're headhunting him with screens, and he can shoot with range. This guy scored over 1,000 points in his career at Arizona, and he knows what to do in terms of making plays at the end of games. Scored all 8 points in the Elam Ending over West Virginia in the semifinals. They're looking to get him the ball late.
The AfterShocks are playing in their 6th TBT. This is the first time they've made it to the championship game, and it's more than just the crowd. This is a solid team and a great bench.
Look at those numbers, and they speak for themselves. The bench production has been the calling card for this AfterShocks group, outscoring the opponents by over 120 points. Nike Sabande, James Woodard, and company coming off the bench have really provided excellent depth. This group plays hard defensively. They're deep. They are tough, especially in this building.
And they've got this crowd behind them. An amazing scene for TBT. We will be back with the opening tip of the championship game after this. An absolutely incredible scene here at Koch Arena for the TBT championship game. Over 9,000 fans have filled this building, and right in the middle of all of it is our Jen Hale. Jen.
Best seat in the house, Bob. It is a record-setting crowd here in Koch Arena, both for the arena itself and for TBT. Absolute fantastic atmosphere. I don't need to tell you. You can see. These fans are so fired up. To them, this is the NCAA championship. What a tremendous home court advantage for the AfterShocks. Question is, how will Eberlein Drive handle it? They've been on the road this entire tournament. They didn't get in until 1 a.m. yesterday morning. But look, they were able to overcome that home Kentucky crowd in Lexington. This, though, in Wichita, this is going to be their biggest test yet, guys.
The last time that Shocker fans filled this building to capacity was March the 8th of 2020. And that old feeling of the Roundhouse and a big game on campus, it's got all of that and more as we get set for the championship.
This is incredible. And managing emotions both ways is going to be absolutely paramount for the home team and the road team, Eberlein Drive.
Take a look at the lineups. You talked about Gabe York. Who are some others we should keep an eye on?
100% Anthony Clemens. His ability to handle the basketball in this environment, because the AfterShocks are very disruptive defensively. They average almost 8 steals a game. So Clemens is a guy I have my eye on. We've talked about Marcus Keene. Jen interviewed Connor Frankamp. And Frankamp's a guy, when he scores, there's a different bolt of electricity that goes through this building because he is from Wichita and so beloved by these fans. So keep an eye on Frankamp. They love to dial up a set for him early. We'll see if they can get him loose for a triple right away.
Big Nate Watson ready to take the center jump for Eberlein Drive. And Marcus Santos Silva tips it back to Connor Frankamp, and we are underway. The fans have turned out, as we've mentioned, in record numbers. And just like a Shocker home game, they will stand until the home team scores. Marcus Keene, in addition to this team, gets the party started.
Well, his three-point shooting is so deadly that you have to press out on him, and he's able to get right around the hedge man and score. It's a good sign to get Keene going early. Once upon a time, he averaged 30 a game at Central Michigan, so he can score.
Eberlein Drive in white. And inside, Watson measures Santos Silva. A lot of contact and a foul.
It is going to be interesting to see how this game is officiated. There's $1 million on the line. So this thing is going to get physical in the interior. Santos Silva is a large man, but Nate Watson is a large man as well.
Nate is from Portsmouth, Virginia, played collegiately at Providence. In fact, he holds the PC record for career games played with over 150. But as you'll see, head coach Bryce Taylor on the Indiana Pacers G League coaching staff. And he's done a terrific job first year at the helm of Eberlein Drive.
Well, one of the things he told us yesterday at practice is he's not going to be shy to call a timeout if he feels a run coming and this crowd getting roaring. So he is certainly locked in every capacity of the game. Really talented young coach.
Keene dialed in early.
Boy, your ball screen defense got to be better than that if you're Eberlein Drive. You're allowing Keene to get a layup and a 3 right away.
This is Anthony Clemens, the veteran point, the lefty Terry Taylor. And that one drops in. First field goal for Eberlein Drive.
Keep in mind Taylor, he's been in the NBA with the Pacers, the Bulls, the Kings. So he's not going to be too shy and intimidated by this environment at all.
Ryan Brown knocks that one out, 20 on the shot clock.
SOB.
AfterShocks up by a 5-3 score. Zach Bush, a former walk-on here. He's in some of the glory days of the Final Four team back in 2013 and the 35-1 season in 2014 for Wichita State. From the top, Rashard Kelly misses. McDuffie back to Kelly. Boy, no defensive resistance at all.
And Marcus McDuffie doing what he does best, just making hustle and effort plays.
A block. Watson got sandwiched. AfterShocks on the push. Keene shovels. McDuffie fires. Long rebound to Frankamp. Timeout, Eberlein. AfterShocks 10, Eberlein 3. Nick, this is incredible. You can prepare for this all you want to, Nick, but until this crowd noise hits you in the face, the intensity in this building, an early timeout for Eberlein Drive, and they needed one.
This place is absolutely rocking right now. A much-needed timeout for Eberlein Drive. This ball needs to get to Gabe York, number 32 in white. He's been averaging 20 a game. He's got to stop the bleeding early for Eberlein Drive.
Nick, he hasn't touched the ball yet.
No.
We played 9-minute quarters till we get to the fourth, then the Elam Ending. Frankamp gathers in the rebound. And the AfterShocks continue to ride the wave of this crowd. McDuffie gives it up to Frankamp.
Rotate, rotate.
Coach Bush wants the floor spread. Keene on the bounce. Good ball movement. McDuffie Euros into the lane. Left it short.
I thought Frankamp needed to be shot ready on that kick out.
Ryan Brown. Out of bounds to the AfterShocks. One thing that we've noticed with teams that have come into Wichita in TBT, there have been some high scoring clubs averaging well over 80 points. Eberlein's in that category, 82-2. But then they run into the AfterShocks defense.
Yeah, and that's been their identity so far. 60 points per game given up.
Marcus Keene is on a heater.
Streaky shooter, but when he is feeling it, he is feeling it.
13-3 early out of the corner. And a silencing three from Terry Taylor.
It's a great short roll skip pass to the opposite side of the floor. Eberlein Drive does a nice job of that.
Keene.
Go get it. Let's go.
Stolen.
Race. Santos. Santos, get up.
Taylor. Frankamp boards. If you're just watching TBT for the first time this summer, we have everybody mic'd. The referees, the coaches. You'll hear a lot of great audio.
Don't let him get it. Don't let
Something
him get
that only TBT offers the basketball fan. Nice drive. Santos Silva, another newcomer, paying big dividends.
And Nate Watson's got to back up a little bit there. You don't need to be guarding Santos Silva 25 feet from the basket and giving up a straight line drive.
Nate Watson, he goes down in a travel.
You can see the energy. Hey, look at Santos Silva. This place is rocking. And now AfterShocks are going to be able to go to what they do best, and that is their bench. And they're able to bring in waves of fresh bodies that are coming at you that have been extremely productive. Most notably, the guy that's going to bring the ball up the floor, Nike Sabande, number 10.
Keene stays in the game. Crosses midcourt. Gets the screen from Goodwin.
Hey, don't let him get it back, Steph.
Sabande, former ACC Sixth Man of the Year at Pitt. He's had a terrific tournament. Into the paint, blocked.
That way, yeah.
And out of bounds to the drive.
That was the right call. Good job contesting without fouling on the Nike Sabande penetration.
Nick, I want to ask you about Terrell Brown.
Yeah.
He's come into the game for Eberlein Drive. We watched him in practice yesterday, suffered a leg injury. We were wondering if he'd even be able to go today. Long bomb on the wing for York.
I did not expect to see Terrell Brown be able to play. It's great to see him out there, though, for Eberlein Drive.
Keene fouled on a three-point attempt. Timeout in Wichita. Marcus Keene, who's been one of the all-time great scorers in TBT history, looking to win a championship. And he's off to a great start. AfterShocks on top by 9. TBT, the basketball tournament, is powered by Puma and by Or Health. TBT, the basketball tournament, is powered by Puma and by Or Health. Or Health, a daily pill to drink less or quit. And Purple. Purple, less pain, better sleep. It's hard to believe that they meet again. Gabe York and Wichita State. Jen Hale has 4.
And Gabe York. Connor told me he remembers that 2016 game so well. Gabe York was ferocious to defend. But you know what? For York, you just saw that photo of him with tears in his eyes. It's much more meaningful because the AfterShocks, the Shockwaves, upset his Arizona Wildcats. Not only did they send them home from the tournament, but that was Gabe's senior year, his final game in college. It's a taste he has not been able to get out of his mouth since. So today, it's his chance for revenge. Guys, so far he's scoreless. You know he cannot wait to see one go in.
And that's the point you were making, Nick. They've got to get him involved.
Yeah, and there are some games I don't think you ever get over. Your final college game, I just don't know if you ever are able to move past it. But if you could knock off the team that ended your college career, the alums, if you will, and win a part of $1 million in the process, that'll go a long ways in alleviating that sour taste in your mouth. But there's no question that York has to get involved offensively for Eberlein Drive.
Jason.
18-6 after the Marcus Keene free throws. Take that off. We got an illegal screen. on Eberlein drive.
Looked like Rutherford was caught moving and sent Marcus McDuffie to the hardwood. And that gives an idea, though, of the mindset for Eberlein drive, trying to do anything to free up their superstar Gabe York for a 3.
AfterShocks have hit 6 of 9 in the early going. 3 threes.
Coming back.
Nice cut. Oh, Sabandi lost the handle.
Boy, oh boy, I'm not sure if he was already thinking about the dunk before he caught it, but doesn't get much more wide open than that. Everything's been easy for the AfterShocks offensively right now.
Hands.
Rutherford kicks it up top. York gives it up.
Hands. Switch,
Taylor.
switch.
He'll fire the 3 and air ball. Into the waiting arms of Nike Sabanda. Keene. And a groan comes out of the crowd.
He's got the green light at all times to take pretty much whatever shot he wants.
Go get it, guys.
Rutherford, the ball fake and lay in. Tommy Rutherford played at Cal Irvine. Some great teams under Russell Turner.
Yeah, over 1,000 points and 600 rebounds in his career there. Physical,
Ready to switch.
screener and roller to finish, and a good pass from Brown as well.
Switch it.
Nike off the bounce. York. Eberlein looking in transition. Rutherford, offensive rebound, and Keene takes him to the hardwood and a foul. Foul on Marcus. Another wave of subs coming in for the AfterShocks as Trey Wade comes in. And also joining him, James Woodard, who's had a spectacular TBT.
You can make a case that Woodard has been the AfterShocks MVP the last 2 games. He's averaged 12 a game in the last 2 contests.
I got you. Gotta be a good one. Get off.
Gabe York. He is a marked man. The pass. Oh, how did Rutherford find that one and lay it in? That ball hit the back of Chavez Goodwin. And oh, look what I found by Tommy Rutherford.
Go get it, bro.
And a steal. A pickoff by Bradshaw.
Whoa.
Clemens backs it out. Bradshaw from the corner knocks down the 3. Pedro Bradshaw. A Kentucky native out of Russellville. Played small college ball at Belmont and Eastern Kentucky and Bellarmine. And Eberlein drive has a pulse.
They've settled into this game. And another turnover. This is almost a role reversal. It's Eberlein drives bench guys that have come in and changed the complexion of the things, and the AfterShocks bench has struggled. But Rutherford and Pedro Bradshaw, those guys have come in, and Terrell Brown have made an impact in calming Eberlein drive down. You figured a flurry was coming from the AfterShocks. And boy, did it. They have weathered that first storm.
Brown carries it up, too strong. Rebound, Goodwin. And a steal by Gabe York. Another AfterShocks turnover. Gabe swatted out of there by Chavez Goodwin. And we have a foul on the play. A push on Nike Sabanda.
All of a sudden, the turnover bug has bit the AfterShocks. Credit Eberlein drive for being active. This is Chavez Goodwin just not playing to his strengths. He's not a ball handler. And that was just a turnover that was waiting to happen. And Gabe York gets it, draws a foul with the body. And now you're going to give a scorer who has not yet gotten involved the chance to knock down 2 free throws and settle in.
Gabe York turned 32, his uniform number yesterday. And he's at the line, finally gets one to go down. I asked Gabe before the ball game, tell me about some of the most raucous arenas you played in. And top of the list, Madison Square Garden when he was with the Pacers. He said, they weren't nice.
Big shock. That'll check out. You play enough basketball, you're going to be in some rocking environments. None better than MSG.
18-15 AfterShocks.
And Eberlein drive has shown this.
And another steal.
And they get another turnover.
York for 3. Air ball, but followed in by Terrell Brown. And a foul on the AfterShocks. And Eberlein drive has a chance to tie the game.
Great chess move from Bryce Taylor. Every once in a while, a couple times a game, Eberlein drive will go matchup zone. It caught AfterShocks off guard. Lazy pass. Gabe York gets a hand on it. And I've always felt like air balls are the toughest to rebound defensively. Right to Terrell Brown. And a three-point play. What an answer from Eberlein drive.
And more pressure by Eberlein. Marcus Keene. That's the voice of head coach Bryce Taylor you hear. Hammonds for three.
Do that, Bob. Very capable shooter. You cannot step off him at all on the perimeter.
21-18. Crowd coming to life again, standing. And a push on Woodard. James tasked with staying with Gabe York, got a little too physical.
He's just so fired up and locked in to chase around Gabe York. You get a little too handsy as he was going to come set an on-ball screen for Terrell Brown.
Don't reward.
14 fouls on the AfterShocks.
I can't let him knock
Just
him down.
11.6
But did
left
he
in the
really
game.
knock him down, or did he stop and just fall down? I got you, though. Wait, I'm listening. And I'm just saying. Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's a smart player, though. There's a reason he leads this in free throw attempts. And it's not solely because he's always getting fouled. Understood.
The referee is Clarence Armstrong, who is a veteran arbiter of TBT and championship games. Nick, he's like the officer on the beat.
Yes, he is.
He has got everything under control.
It's a nice exchange between him and Zach Bush. Understanding there's got to be a line of communication. Zach Bush did a nice job of voicing his displeasure with the call in a very civil manner, which you don't necessarily see all the time.
Hey, don't fake me out now. All right, make sure. All right, don't fake me out.
21-20 AfterShocks. 10 seconds. 9. Marcus Keene. Head down to the sideline. Shoots an air ball. Rutherford rebounds, and that's the quarter. What a comeback by Eberlein.
The bench was huge for Eberlein drive. Weathered the storm, and we got ourselves a ball game here inside Charles Koch Arena for the TBT Championship. Winner take all, $1 million on the line on Fox.
7-point game here to start the second quarter of this championship final as Terry Taylor, Gabe York, and crew get Eberlein Drive back in this one after a very slow start. But you know, guys, Eberlein Drive is no stranger to adversity. They're one of the original TBT teams. Let's go all the way back to 2014. That was the year Sports Illustrated called Eberlein Drive the lost cause of the basketball tournament. They were that bad. Some of their players actually had to go to the hospital after the game. They got so beat up. Now, here they are in the finals playing for $1 million. And, you know, they had some really tough travel. They didn't get to their hotel till 1 a.m. yesterday. So after shoot-around yesterday, they went to a recovery spot. They got some IVs. They got some cryotherapy. Seems like maybe some of those recovery efforts are now kicking in.
And an early game on top of it, a 3 p.m. local start. Rutherford was fouled 2-3 times, and you have to make a business decision when you're a big in TBT, taking it to the hole.
Yeah, the game in the paint is rated R for this one. You better be ready for a battle if you're anywhere in the paint and around the basketball. But what an answer from Eberlein Drive. The bench and the turnovers are the two biggest components of this thing early. And I thought the AfterShocks got real sloppy with the basketball, and that got Eberlein Drive some easy offense.
Pregame. Ryan Brown played at Miami of Florida. Dad was a big star at Georgia Tech.
Marcus, get up tonight. Come here, Mark. Ball.
Inside, Rutherford. Turnover.
Go get it, Connor. Come on. Step up, Connor.
They played
Go, Connor.
basically NCAA rules in TBT, so a 12-foot lane, it gets congested with all these big bodies.
On the pass.
And a foul coming. This will be on Pedro Bradshaw. Solid in the win over West Virginia, had 10.
Eberlein Drive's bench has gotten better and better as this tournament has progressed. Bradshaw, Brown, these different guys have come in and made difference-making plays in this tournament, and they've done that here early on in the championship game.
Marcus McDuffie. And another whistle. A foul coming on Anthony Clemens of Eberlein Drive. It was 18-6 AfterShocks. And then the men of Bryce Taylor really kicked it in. Now tied at 21. $1 million on the line this afternoon. Only the winner gets the check. Kelly throws it in the backcourt for a violation. And McDuffie's going to let this one roll out at the other end.
Turnover number 8 for the AfterShocks.
Eberlein Drive has committed only 1. And you look at the AfterShocks for TBT, they are averaging just 8 turnovers a game.
They've taken care of it for the most part.
And from the top, A.J. Slaughter. Happy birthday. He's 38 today.
It's quite the birthday present right away. A little ball screen, tees up a triple, and another bench point for Eberlein Drive. The Western Kentucky star can shoot it.
And Eberlein has its first lead. Brandkamp turns the corner. Nice backdoor cut for Kelly.
Excellent. Hard cut, great time pass from Connor Brandkamp. That was pretty.
Ryan Brown takes Brandkamp into the paint. He blocks his shot. Keene, the lob into McDuffie, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Well,
excellent defense by Eberlein Drive.
And McDuffie's one of those players, the same thing that makes him great can hurt him at times. He's an emotional player, and he sometimes gets so eager to attack, especially in front of this raucous crowd. He turned and was just out of control and bowled over Slaughter. The easy call for the officials.
And I thought AJ played that spin move perfectly.
Yeah, timed it up. When you're 38, you've seen a thing or two.
Yeah. Clemens runner. Tapped out. York couldn't get it. It's going to get kicked by Kelly. And the ball belongs to Eberlein Drive.
It is amazing. Eberlein Drive is up 1, and Gabe York has yet to make a field goal.
Did not have that on the scouting report.
No.
We don't need 30. 20. 20.
Shot clock being adjusted. Second quarter. And these are veteran professionals staging a championship game. Step back, Clemens, cut off. Slaughter. Out of bounds.
Just hasn't been enough Gabe York involvement yet for Eberlein Drive, and they've gotten in the half court.
Okay, we're good.
He has gotten to the line 4 times and made all 4. This one's going to go out of bounds. Eberlein last to touch.
Great anticipation from Anthony Clemens there. It was going to be a hit, quick handoff from Santos Silva to Keene, and Clemens really was able to snip it out, almost forced turnover number 9 for the AfterShocks.
15 hit. 15 hit. 15. 15. Hit. Go. Hands. 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 Good. Give it.
From the corner. Warren connects on a 3. He's been doing that on a regular basis. Slaughter for 3. And we've got a hell ball the arrow. He's going to give it to the AfterShocks. Nate Watson, this is what you were talking about, Nick. These big bodies crashing the glass, and they let him play.
Nate Watson leads the TBT in offensive rebounds, so putting a body on him is of the utmost importance. Rashard Kelly understands that. Ties up the ball. The AfterShocks will get it back. I thought what was working early for the AfterShocks was just ball screens with Keene. He was making things happen. I think you got to get back to that if you're the AfterShocks.
The first time an Alumni team has ever played for the TBT championship on its home floor. Pregame. Nice pass again. Yeah. Santos Silva.
You know, simple wins. That was just simple from Pregame. Shot fake, drive, bounce pass, bucket.
And that's sort of been Connor's calling card in TBT this year. Not the scoring, but the playmaking.
100%. This is just simple. Pregame gonna just shot fake, 2 dribbles, attract the opposition, dump it down. Everybody wants to keep it flashy and make the highlight reel. Just make the simple right play.
Down there.
Clemens. Another air ball. Added in by Kelly. 28-24 AfterShocks. So after Eberlein came back to take the lead, AfterShocks sees in control again. Woodard. He's found that spot right in front of the Eberlein bench.
There's even an off-target pass, but Woodard knows what to do with it. He hit 10 threes in a college game against SMU. He can stroke it.
Nate Watson manhandled in the post. Well, here's James Woodard. He played at Tulsa. He and Shaq Harrison were joined at the hip through their college days. And you're right, what a stroke.
And over 1,800 points in his career at Tulsa. He can really shoot it, and he is playing his best basketball of the tournament the last 2 games.
Clemens. And going up to Duncan Watson. Missed it. Keene flips it in. What a move. Timeout Eberlein. And once again, the fans are blowing the roof off this joint.
Oh, my goodness.
Marcus King.
Look at this. Split the ball screen, littlest guy on the floor, the finger roll. Hold it, King. Hold it up there.
Saturday, it's baseball night in America as rising star Pete Crow Armstrong leads the Cubs against the Cardinals, or Bryce Harper and the Phillies battle the Rangers. Check local listings for the game in your area Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Here's a look at TBT past champions brought to you by AARP. Join AARP and get instant access to member benefits. We'll crown a new champion here this afternoon. Neither Eberlein nor AfterShocks have won. First time in the championship game for the AfterShocks. Eberlein Drive got to the 2018 championship game, losing to Overseas Elite. Nick Boss, second major move by the AfterShocks in this game, and Marcus Keene has been the big driver.
He's been the best player on the floor. 13 points for Marcus Keene, and that's exactly what the doctor ordered there for Eberlein Drive. Anthony Clemens, the second leading scorer in this group, has yet to make a field goal. Clemens and York have to put the fingerprints on this game offensively. Got a switch now. Keene on Rutherford.
Marcus steps back. Good again. 16 for Marcus Keene. He told us yesterday, if I win it today, I'm retiring from TBT. And what a first half. York a catch and shoot. And they needed to see that from Gabe York. Knocked away. York pulls another three.
We'll get it.
Tipped in by Rutherford.
Trying to get York and Clemens involved. They both scored now. But right now, Eberlein Drive, they've tried to hedge. They've tried to switch these screens with Keene. I don't think switching is a good idea the way Keene is rolling.
Throws one up and in, 18.
Again, he averaged 30 points per game in 2017 at Central Michigan. 30! He really knows how to score it.
Shot clock at 15 for Clemens. Rutherford throws it away. Intercepted by Woodard. Keene knocked away by Gabe York.
It's just basketball in 2025. Keene, run for a layup. That's what Woodard's telling him. Instead, Keene floats out to the three-point line. I think that's where Woodard was going to lead him. But I guess when you are feeling it, you know what to do with it. Keene is in that rhythm and flow.
2:14 left in the half. Rashard Kelly. Keene. Not this time. Heat check.
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it was.
Needs one. Nice.
Keene at 5'9". Rutherford to the basket. And that's out of bounds to the AfterShocks.
Good weak side rotation from the AfterShocks, excuse me. You see Rashard Kelly there on time on the rotation. Good hands. He's made a couple of good hustle plays off the ball defensively.
A minute 56 before halftime. They came to see a championship. These Wichita State faithful backing the alumni team, the AfterShocks, in their home building. What an incredible atmosphere for TBT. Biggest championship crowd ever. Savannah! Gabe York has to take a monster three. And softly laid in by Nate Watson.
So Watson's done all tournament. He's been great on the offensive glass.
Watch the back door.
Got to put a body on him.
A 6-point ball game.
Switch it.
Cross court to Nike Sabandon. And yes, his dad named him after the athletic apparel company. Long bob for Woodard. He's got that right side of the floor down. Brown. Floater. No! Run out for Santos Silva.
Good decision, Santos Silva. Not a ball handler. Stop. Get it to a guard.
Woodard. Santos Silva. Corner for Hammonds. And just like that, the AfterShocks go up by 12.
By far, the AfterShocks' best three-point shooting effort of this entire tournament.
They came in at 30% for 5 games. They can't miss today. Clemens connects.
Big one from Anthony Clemens.
10 seconds. Woodard brings it up at 6. 5, I'm not sure he's aware of the clock. 3, now he gets a sense of it. Works on York. And Gabe knocks it away as the half comes to an end. What a performance by the AfterShocks.
Couple of great surges and runs from the AfterShocks. Eberlein drive weathered the storm. But a nice late one from 3 from the AfterShocks. Really, really impressive first half.
And here is Jen Hale with head coach Zach Bush.
Coach, closing that half on a strong note. Defensively, you've been able to contain Gabe York for the most part. How have you been able to do that?
Yeah, it's just with incredible intensity, attention to detail, not falling asleep off the ball. He's really tough. He's really good. If you fall asleep for a second, he's going to make you pay for it.
Your 3 ball is looking really good, but I imagine you're going to talk to your squad about turnovers. 9 in the first half, and they converted into 13 points. How do you clean up that ball control?
Just making good decisions. When we've made the simple basketball play, things have worked out for us. You can't get sloppy and lackadaisical and gift them free baskets.
Thanks, Coach. Best of luck next half. Guys?
Thank you, Jen, but that three-point shooting was sensational. The AfterShocks hit 9 out of 15. And it's helped them build a 9-point lead with $1 million on the line in Wichita, Kansas. AfterShocks 46-37 at the break. It is halftime here in Wichita, Kansas, and the TBT. It is halftime here in Wichita, Kansas, and the TBT championship game, the $1 million winner-take-all game between Eberlein Drive and the AfterShocks. We'll be back with more halftime from Koch Arena in just a moment. Alex Below's legendary season continues as he looks to hold off Otto O'Ward, who won't go down without a fight. As as he looks to chase him down in Portland. August 10th, only on Fox. Welcome back to our coverage of the championship game, TBT 2025 from Wichita. And if he has a second half like he had in the first half, Marcus Keene not only will win a part of that $1 million, but he'll be awarded an honorary degree from Wichita State if he can help push the AfterShocks over the finish line. Bob Rathman, Nick Bob back with you. Jen Hale will join momentarily for a team that struggled mightily with a three-point shot for 5 games in TBT. The AfterShocks shot lights out.
I guess you could say they were due, but they have struggled from beyond the arc throughout this tournament, shooting 30% as a team, making 8 a game. Well, in that first half, they made 9 as a team, and they got good, clean looks from their shooters. Keene, Frankamp, Hammonds, and Woodard all made plays, but this guy was truly special. I thought everything started with him and creating offense for his group. James Woodard coming off the bench. Marco Santos Silva, he leads the team in assists with 4 from quick and roll and kicks just like that. Three-point shooting was terrific.
And Eberlein drives 39% is reflected in the struggles of Gabe York.
Yes, he's got to put his fingerprints on this game. 1 for 5 from the floor. Again, you talk about a guy that averages 20 a game for Eberlein Drive. He's got to find that balance of not hunting bad shots, but getting involved in this game. And he needs some help from his teammates, headhunting his defender to free him up for some threes, because any sort of way this game is going to be a victory for Eberlein Drive, York's got to get going.
Halftime stats are brought to you by Purple. Purple, less pain, better sleep. Let's go down to Jen.
Bob, Gabe York is exactly what I spoke with GM Matt Mitchell about. And he said, look, of course we're going to run some more things, try to get Gabe open looks, but we're not going to force it because we have other scorers and we trust them. Eberlein Drive going to continue to rely on that bench. 16 points for the second unit in the first half. They're feeling confident. The third quarter has been their best quarter all tournament long, and they're looking to repeat that today.
And we see a good look for Gabe York right out of the gate. Called play by head coach Bryce Taylor, and a miss.
Yeah, you nailed it. Bryce Taylor did everything he could. Got a wide open look with that dry erase board for York, and he just couldn't get it to go down. And this is where ball screen defense has to improve for Eberlein Drive.
Well, you got to go down and get it, and that's exactly what we saw there from Ryan Brown. This shot rebounded by Terry Taylor. $1 million on the line. It's going to get physical. It's going to get intense in the second half. Taylor kept alive for an instant by Watson. He corrals it. Eberlein Drive tried to make another move. They've made one to get back and capture a first quarter lead. Tip in, no. And this one will belong to Eberlein Drive.
Pretty good tone setting efforts on the offensive glass there from Eberlein Drive early.
These teams have come together for these past 2.5 weeks, and this is what they've worked so hard for, the opportunity to win the championship. It's on the line right now. And out of bounds is Taylor. Turnover, Eberlein. Over 9,000 inside Koch Arena, shattering the TBT championship game record, the highest they've ever had for a championship game, and the second biggest TBT crowd in history. What a day.
It has been amazing in here.
Keene gives it up. The three ball by McDuffie, in and out. Gabe York tries it from 15 and connects.
Sometimes you just got to put the ball in his hands. You've tried running things off the ball with him, but York is capable of creating offense for himself off the bounce.
Pregame saves it. McDuffie inside to Santos Silva, and a foul.
Tell you what, Bob, that's pretty good control from McDuffie. He's never shy to not want to jack up a three. He had just missed one. He's able to shot fake, sidestep, and deliver the ball to Santos Silva, who's now at the line. Good unselfishness from McDuffie, leading to points.
Marcus Santos Silva started his collegiate career at VCU, finished at Texas Tech. And at that big body, you say, you know what, was he a football player? Well, yes, he was. He was in the Cleveland Browns training camp once upon a time after his basketball days. In college, here's York. Up for grabs. Brown keeps it alive, but it's going to be Kelly to McDuffie. Keene. Clemens comes up. 10-point ball game. Nate Watson directs traffic. He's got Kelly and a post up. And a foul.
Great patience from Watson there. Just took his time. Couple of peck dribbles, got to his spot, uses his physicality. That was really good. One of the most underrated things for post players is patience. Take your time, read the defense, be physical. Great play from Watson.
Nick, you covered a lot of his games at Providence in our fantastic Big East coverage on Fox. He is so much better than he was as a collegian.
I think a big part of it is he looks slimmed down. I think he's committed to a exercise, diet, all those sorts of things. Just looks like he's in better shape. It's amazing how those two things are tied together.
In 22, was in the Sweet 16 with the Friars.
Mark in the middle.
Fell to Kansas in the Sweet 16.
49-41 AfterShocks.
Get out of here, get out of the corner, get out of the corner.
Little three-quarter court press from Eberlein drive.
Marcus.
Falling back to this zone. You got to find Keene.
In the middle of that zone, Kelly bangs it in.
You can tell Bryce Taylor's trying to just switch things up defensively. More often than not, the AfterShocks have had the answer.
Clemens with a leaping leaner, and he's fouled.
I've liked these early drag ball screens for York and Clemens before the AfterShocks defense can fully get loaded up and set in the half court. Set a high on-ball screen for one of your two stars and let them go to work.
Good.
So to the line, Anthony Clemens out of Lansing, Michigan. Played on one of the greatest high school teams in Michigan history. Sophomores, they missed in the championship game, won it back-to-back years, and then he went on to play 4 years at Iowa. And Anthony Clemens in TBT is shooting 41% from three and averaging close to 12 points a game. Rolls it home.
TBT veteran, really good player, really important for Eberlein drive.
Twist.
51-43 AfterShocks.
Grenade.
Santos Silva, it's out of bounds. 16 on the AfterShocks shot clock.
It's good pressure from Watson because I think Keene was going to be open for a three coming off a little pin in.
Brown exits. Terrell Brown in for Eberlein.
Wait, we're good. Go again. Grabbing his jersey, puts him down.
And a push. This one on Nate Watson.
All screen defense. I'm going to continue to say it, especially in corralling that guy. Now, it's easier said than done because you have to be up into his body because he can shoot it. But whether it's been Watson or Rutherford, they just have not done a good enough job in the hedge situations with Keene.
On the inbound, Hammonds fades, hits. Back to a 10-point game. Clemens.
Time, got time. Got time.
Trying to feed the post, and what a... Man, I tell you, you got to put your big boy pants on inside.
Well, and that is a great pass because of great recognition from Clemens. He had the switch. Keene was trying to deal with Watson in the paint, so he says, you know what? I'm just going to throw it up, high point for Watson, and he's going to go get it. For two guys that have never played together, that's pretty good trust and chemistry with Clemens and Watson.
53-44. James Woodard, who was spectacular shooting the three ball in that first half, comes in for the AfterShocks.
We're in 14.
Of course, if you're Eberlein drive, you want to close this deficit. But the name of the game right now is to try and hang around. You got that Elam Ending looming in that fourth quarter. You haven't had your best stuff. Your stars haven't been shining, but you've kept it around 8 to 12 points. You got to stay in that vicinity and chip away at this thing and give yourself a chance late.
Eberlein made the semifinals last year. Woodard, good. Boy, James Woodard, sensational. Today, he was great against Hardfire, solid against D3 to get here to the championship. What a performance off the bench.
Hasn't missed a shot off the bench.
Clemens, big three for Eberlein.
Sense Clemens settling into this game now.
Go, Layden, second. No way.
And York got popped in the mouth. Offensive foul AfterShocks.
Like Woodard got that left hand up around the jaw of Dave York coming off that ball screen.
Okay.
Yep. Left arm to the jaw. .414 left in the third period.
A lot of communication between Bryce Taylor and Gabe York right now. And I wonder if some sort of set for him here to get him moving.
And as we pointed out, they have a professional history in that Pacers organization. A lot of familiarity. Clemens. York pulls up, connects. That's the Gabe York that TBT has seen for the previous 5 games.
Yeah, the guy that's averaged 20 a game, that was nice. Stopping on a dime, rising up.
Other side, switch it.
Cross court. Sabandy lets a 3-ball go. Perfect! Brown slides in, scores. 58-52. Nike Sabandy out of Indianapolis. On the deck, in the air, to the line. What a jolt of energy it has brought the AfterShocks.
His go-to move is right hand hesitation. Look at this change of speed. Flying down that lane line, a chance for 3 to Hardway on the other side. Nike Sabandy.
TBT, the basketball tournament, is powered by Puma and by AARP. Join AARP and get instant access to member benefits.
Hey, we're right there. Hey, we're right there. Anytime Nike has the ball, we know it's coming. Right hand, skip step. Hey, same thing. When Keen's in the game, once he gets off the ball, don't let him get it back, like you guys were doing, all right? First play. Here we go. You're coming off. Tommy, you're popping. Play to the throwback. Play to the throwback. Actually, you know what? Let's change that. Ryan, you're here. Tommy, you're here. Okay? Ryan's here. We got to be able to get to this exchange, okay? Tommy, you're cutting out. You're first screener. Ryan, you're second screener. Okay? Be ready to them switching this, okay? TB, you're coming off. Eyes here. Gabe, you're sprinting across. Shot or just play from there. Shot or go to work. Come on, guys. Stay in it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Here we go.
Hey, we got a guard.
Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3. We got time. Hey, we're right there. Hey, we're right there. Anytime Nike has the ball, we know it's coming. Right hand, skip step. Hey, same thing. When Keen's in the game, once he gets off the ball, don't let him get it back, like you guys were doing, all right? First play.
All right, in the huddle, powered by Puma. Bryce Taylor, the head coach at Eberlein Drive. He was up for a couple of G League head coaching jobs in the offseason. He'll be a head coach very soon. Had a wonderful career at Oregon. His dad, Brian, a great player too. Part of 2 ABA championships, the old New York Nets. And he's watching at a basketball camp today in Princeton, New Jersey.
Yeah, I think Bryce Taylor's got a really bright future as a coach. I love his cool, calm demeanor. He played in the TBT back in 2022.
York could not connect. Sabandi, a lightning bolt to the other end, and he's fouled. Well, offensive foul. Give Gabe York credit. He got back after that missed shot and took the charge.
You can tell Nike Savande had tunnel vision on scoring. He was shot out of a cannon. York sensed it, sprint back, gets set. Probably the right call. That's great effort from Gabe York.
61-52 AfterShocks. Under 3 to play in the third. Elam Ending kicks in the fourth quarter.
On the rim.
Ryan Brown. And he's fouled. Leighton Hammond's coming down on the arm.
Yeah, that's a nice job. There was a driving gap because York was at the top of the key, so there was a ton of space because Woodard is attached to York because he's a good shooter. And if you got all that real estate, take advantage of it. That's where shooters impact the play, even if they don't have the ball. That was nice recognition from Ryan Brown to hit that seam and draw a foul.
Brown, York, Clemens, Watson, Taylor have started every game in TBT for Eberlein Drive.
Well, you heard Bryce Taylor saying, hey, we're right there. Got to just have good poise through this noise and continue to chip away at this thing.
You have to keep in mind, these guys are pros. They've been in tough situations like this.
Yeah,
they're not worried about being down 8 points in the third quarter of any pro game.
Not at all. And with age and experience, what it does is it allows you to not ride that roller coaster of emotion. You stay steady, and steady is the name of the game right now for Eberlein Drive.
Next.
Marcus Keene, after that brilliant first half, is yet to scratch in the second.
45 cut. 45
Shot clock
cut.
a factor. 7. Keene steps through. And the rebound to Eberlein Drive.
Great defense from Brown. Crowded the ball, didn't let Keene just rise up. That's what he wanted.
On the roll. Big dunk for Tommy Rutherford.
Another great read from Anthony Clemens. Again, that early drag ball screen before that defense gets set has yielded good results.
61-55 AfterShocks.
Got attacked.
Marcus Keene directing traffic. His second chance at a championship in TBT. He was there for sideline cancer in 2020. Rocking his Hammonds. That's a 2.
Hammonds hasn't missed a shot either. Hammonds and Woodard have been unbelievably efficient. How's not missing a shot between those two guys off the bench?
Terrell Brown.
Nothing. Thank
And
you.
foul.
Yeah, Bob, you and I thought Terrell Brown was probably not going to be able to play in this one. Well, let's look at Hammonds here. Just an isolation. He's got space, takes his time, creates that separation, is able to knock it down. Well, Terrell Brown just has been so important off the bench for this Eberlein Drive crew, handling the ball, being steady.
He's a Seattle-Washington product. Played at Seattle, then Arizona and Washington. He led 2 different conferences in scoring in college.
Not bad.
And when I see any player who has a history in that great basketball city, and I think of Seattle U, I think of the great Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
One of the greatest pros that no one really talks about these days. Still holds the NBA Finals record for points in a game at 61. 63-56 AfterShocks.
Quick two, come here. Go, lead, set it. Again, roll.
Sabandi wiggles free and scores.
Just once again attacking the hedgeman, whether it's Keene, Sabandi, they've had great success.
Rutherford, double team, and a steal by Connor Frankamp. AfterShocks step on the gas and go up 11. And a foul. This will be on Sabandi.
Couldn't even hear the whistle. Well, this was terrific rotation defense from the AfterShocks. It started with getting the roll man, and then Connor Frankamp, he uses his intelligence to get steals. He anticipates, good hands, and finishes. And Terrell Brown trying to quiet this crowd, drawing a foul.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I was telling you, I shot 2 technical foul free throws in this gym in 2008. Greg Marshall got a technical foul. I shot him right where Terrell Brown is at. And my ears are still ringing all these years later from these Shocker fans.
Yeah. Nick Baugh lived to tell about it. 67-58. Final 30 seconds of the third quarter.
Going to put Nate Watson in a ball screen, and Watson's got to be ready to defend.
Sabandi. Rebound, Terry Taylor. Here comes Clemens. Shot clock is off. Eberlein trying to make a bucket here and close it down a bit going to the fourth. It'll be a 3 for Clemens. Rebound, Sabandi, 2 seconds. Nike from beyond midcourt. And the third quarter comes to an end. The most electric Elam ending in TBT championship history is right around the corner. Which way is this thing gonna go? AfterShocks in good shape after 3. Since the moment it was announced, everyone's had August 30th circled. The Arch Manning era kicks off with a playoff rematch for the ages as Texas takes on defending national champion Ohio State. Big noon Saturday. Here it comes. What a way to get the season rolling on August 30th, only on Fox. Bob Rathman, Nick Baum, and Jen Hale back with you at the old Roundhouse. Wichita, Kansas, stand up and take a bow. The best attendance for a terrific TBT partner ever comes today in the championship. Over 9,000, Nick, have filled this building.
This has been a truly special afternoon of basketball here, thanks to these Shocker fans. This place is rocking, and it's great to see.
And the AfterShocks have responded with an incredible shooting performance. Sabandy had it blocked at the rim by Watson.
Ooh. Band-Aid was trying to put somebody on a poster there.
Eberlein drive. Trying to whittle this thing down before the Elam Ending kicks in at the 4-minute mark. Hammonds saves it over to Keene. For the game, the AfterShocks, 68% from the floor.
Eberlein drive just hasn't had enough teeth in their defense in making the AfterShocks uncomfortable.
Marcus Keene puts it up. Tip in. Good. I think that was Goodwin.
Hey, you get so many guys attached to Keene because he's so electric. You get a free rim run for Chavez Goodwin for the tip in.
69-58. Keene the rebound. Boy, the AfterShocks can really help themselves with a strong push before the Elam Ending. Keene. Taylor the rebound. Terrell Brown to the wing. Bradshaw. Rhythm bounce. Can't connect. Taylor keeps it alive. And a foul. Crowd erupts on every call.
That was a man's weak side rebound from Terry Taylor. Winning a wrestling match with Hammonds and Woodard and being strong after he corralled it. But keep in mind now, Gabe York just checked in. He had a long break there. He was on the bench at the end of that third quarter. He sits for the first almost minute of this fourth, a little over a minute. He's going to have a full gas tank and look to do just this.
A miss from the corner. Sabandy the rebound. You just have the feeling that Gabe York is going to have to get hot and stay hot for Eberlein to pull this out.
Well, he's going to go down swinging. He's going to start really attacking and hunting shots.
Good one. .255 until the Elam Ending. We shut off the game clock. Set the target score. Taylor tipped in by Nate Watson.
Can Eberlein drive string together stops? Something they haven't been able to do.
And literally, the money's on the line. Goodwin. Hammonds wide open.
What a game. Hasn't missed a shot. Leighton Hammonds, 13 points for the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Timeout, Eberlein drive. Just when you thought it couldn't get any louder in here. 72-60. The AfterShocks are turning on the Afterburners. 72-60 with 6:17 on the clock and 2:17 away from the Elam Ending. Leighton Hammonds, who played at Oklahoma State. It was Connor Frankamp that recruited him to the AfterShocks, said, "We need you." And what a performance in the clutch.
He has delivered in a major way. He's got good size, can shoot it. He's taken high-quality looks.
And an overplay in the posts, a foul, as we check in with Jen Hale.
Bob, you were talking about how Leighton Hammonds arrived on this Wichita squad thanks to the recruiting efforts of Connor Frankamp. Hammonds is actually the one that got Marcus Keene to play for this squad. So once you get one domino, more start falling. Certainly, Marcus Keene and Leighton Hammonds have been huge for this Wichita squad this TBT.
Marcus Keene got him going in that first half, and the bench has carried it the rest of the way, and a foul.
Yeah, watch it.
This crowd of over 9,000 just exploding on every call. They know they're 2 minutes away from the Elam Ending. Was it all ball? Let's see.
I think the biggest thing was Keene stayed vertical until at the very end, his hand comes down. I think if he stays vertical, he'd have probably gotten away with it, but that little swipe.
Terry Taylor at the line. Here's a guy who's seen the NBA nearly 100 games in 4 years.
Right now, no big man on the floor for Eberlein Drive. They are going all small lineup. They're likely going to switch screens and really try to press out to that three-point line. I think this is a good chess move from Bryce Taylor. The bigs have just had a hard time defending in this one.
Exchange. Got him.
Sabandi, ball fake, lay in.
Nailed it, Bob. That second shot fake opened everything up for Nike Sabandi.
Slaughter, in and out three. AfterShocks by 12 and looking for more. A minute 19 before the Elam Ending.
Bam.
Hammonds.
Oh, yeah.
Spins again. Finally missed one.
Get down.
York trying to find an open pocket. From the wing, Ryan Brown. Air ball, but into the hands of Taylor. We got a foul. And it's going to be on Taylor.
Down the bottom of your screen. A little shove of Goodwin right in front of the officials.
A timeout has been called by the AfterShocks. 74-62. The AfterShocks have had a huge advantage. We've talked about the crowd, but they have not had to travel. While Eberlein Drive has been everywhere, winning the Lexington Regional. Let's listen to the Huddle.
And then, hey, down there, we're going two sides. Here we go. Watch back doors, y'all. Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3. Watch the back door. Don't dunk it. Don't dunk it. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Nate Watson back onto the floor now for Eberlein Drive, so a little bit more of a conventional lineup, as is Marcos Santos Silva to match size for size. And Eberlein Drive going to pick up, maybe make things work three-quarter court. Now they'll fall back.
Go, Leighton.
Sabandi tipped into Keene's hands.
Yeah,
no
heel.
shot.
Heel.
Keene was out of bounds. Marcus Keene has been the master of the Elam Ending. And when the team is leading, going to the Elam Ending in this tournament, that team has won 85% of the time. So a huge advantage
Single foul.
for the AfterShocks. And meanwhile, we've got a player down for Eberlein drive.
You keep asking me that. We giving you the same thing. Don't do that. We're not going to start that, man. Come on. Okay. Okay. Come out. Hey, board. Yeah.
Well, it looks like a shot to the face there.
Inadvertent elbow from Mikey Savande.
His off arm got you, that's all. We good? Just keep coaching, bro. Just keep coaching. We got you. I hear you. We got you. I just think.
Clarence Armstrong.
Such good audio.
The
I love
one
it.
and only. 74-62 AfterShocks.
Well, keep in mind, you saw that graphic. Nearly 85% of the teams that have led going to the Elam Ending have emerged victorious. Eberlein Drive trailed on the road in Lexington against La Familia, the Kentucky alum, and erased that deficit and won. So they've been on the ropes and found a way to win. It's going to be a tall task here in Wichita, though, as that Elam Ending is just 15 seconds away.
Eberlein desperately needs a hoop. And a good find inside for the lay-in by Nate Watson.
Right, bring it down, call timeout.
Timeout.
And with the timeout, the Elam Ending target score is set. Back for the finish. First team to 82 wins the championship and the $1 million when we come back.
Goodwin. La Familia needs 1 point. It is over! Terrell Brown back to York. Clemens for the win. It's good!
This is what it's all about. Keene's going to pull up. Game winner if it hits. Let's go!
Guys willing to take that last shot. Gave York one of them, and Eberlein Drive is going to the championship.
It is a fantastic way to end a basketball game. We stop the game clock at the 4-minute mark. That's been done. Add 8 points to the team score that's in front. So you add that to the Shockers, and the target score is 82 to win today's game. And it's been the two-point shot that's been the weapon of choice in the Elam Ending in this tournament today. Inside, Santos Silva turns it over.
Best defensive sequence of the game from Nate Watson there.
Stop and pop three for York. Just missed it.
Just hasn't had his stroke. He's now 1 for 10 from 3 on the game is Gabe York.
Eberlein, 37% shooting through 3 quarters. Sabandi. And another turnover. Watson on the deck. The scramble's on, and finally a whistle.
That's the 2 best defensive sequences of the game from Nate Watson there.
It's a foul.
The arrow will give the ball to Eberlein. Nick, you've watched every second of all the games here in Wichita. Your impressions of what happens in the Elam Ending.
What I'm asking you,
Any and everything happens. It's so important to just continue to play how you played. If you're the AfterShocks, you have dominated this game. Continue to do what you do. For some reason, when people get into this Elam Ending portion, they get stagnant, they start standing around, and they play different. If you're the AfterShocks, you certainly don't need to do that.
Yeah, you do see some hero ball in the Elam Ending. Eberlein just needs buckets. No game clock. Brown baseline. Follow. No. Watson. A third opportunity. Hooks it in. Big basket for Nate Watson.
He has woke up in this Elam Ending. Couple of good defensive sequences and a man's rebound putback for the former Friar, Nate Watson.
The winning team gets $1 million. The losing team gets 0. Marcus Keene. And a foul.
Keep in mind, there are fouls to give both ways. Eberlein drive. You see now 2 team fouls. AfterShocks with 3.
And that's an advantage for the team trailing. So this is a non-shooting foul.
When you get the bonus, when you foul on a non-shooting foul, it's 1 shot and you get the ball.
Yes.
That's why it's important.
He's still got. He's turning his shoe. Relax, bro. It's him. Relax. I know you are, but he's not.
I got
he's
it.
Watching
that's
it.
my partner. We good.
Low pop. Low pop.
Yo, you might want to leave him alone and get a little agitated.
If he can't stay professional.
I'm just, no, you keep yelling at him.
Cut, Shard.
Goaltend. Give the basket to Santos Silva. And the AfterShocks are 6 points away.
The ball hit the backboard first. Easy call, good hard roll from Santos Silva. James Woodard, he's in the bottom of your scorer. He's going to have to chase York everywhere.
Eberlein has got to get the 3 ball going. They can't even think about 2s right now. York has been the man all tournament. Brown. Rejected. And a foul at midcourt. Sabandi. That'll be side out. 3rd team foul on Eberlein drive.
The championship level defensive sequence. Great talk, great scramble, great block, great chase down from Sabandi, and then a heads up play though from Gabe York. Sabandi was going to go hang on the rim. Instead, you foul him and give a chance to get a chance to set your defense.
AfterShocks by 10, but the big number is 82. And Keene puts it in. His first basket since that electrifying first half performance. AfterShocks 4 away. And this crowd now is in full throw. Turnover. They're going to get an easy one. Sabandi. The AfterShocks can win it the next time down, and Eberlein takes a timeout.
Well, The defense has gotten turned up a notch from the AfterShocks. Good activity on the ball from Santos Silva, and it's highlight time for Nike Sabande in the open floor. That's been AfterShocks' identity throughout this whole tournament. It's been their defense creating offense, and in a big moment, it delivers.
Any sort of action where York sets something, walks away, comes back, be ready.
Hey, middle two again.
Yeah, middle two. Hey, throw in. Don't settle. Together. Together on three. 1, 2, 3.
No TV team has been supported like the AfterShocks. This is their 7th TBT tournament. This poor group has tried so hard.
Yes.
They have the chance today to grab that brass ring, and these fans have turned out over 9,000 in the arena today. They came to see their heroes win a championship, and they'll have a chance to pull it out next time down the floor. Eberlein really up against it now. Gabe York just hasn't had it today.
No, he hasn't. 1 for 11 from 3.
The TBT championship is on the line on this possession. A 2 or a 3 will end it. And Keene puts it up short. Watson. Santos Silva on his back.
There we go. First down.
Mr. Elam Ending himself, Marcus Keene, you know he wants it. He's had a couple of Elam Ending winners, not only for the AfterShocks, but throughout his TBT career.
Long-time sideline cancer star. Started the day 8th all-time in scoring in TBT history, 5th all-time in steals and assists. He has been an incredible TBT performer, and it would be apropos if he can hit the Elam Ending.
He's been outstanding in this championship game.
67 points for Eberlein drive.
Set it and leave.
Everyone in the building standing, and they will let out their biggest roar of the day if the AfterShocks can put it away. Marcus Keene is fouled going up. Is it a shooting foul?
Well, it's close.
I think they're going to say it's on the floor. Nope, it will be a shooting foul. So Marcus Keene has 2 free throws, and if successful with both, the AfterShocks will be the champs.
AfterShocks now 1 point away from winning.
Connor Frankamp, the AfterShocks, on the threshold. $1 million on the line. It's over. The AfterShocks are the champions. Nick, it was right there for them. It laid out so perfectly. They had the good fortune of other teams that sold more tickets fall out of the running. They had a chance to host it all. They knew if they kept winning, they'd stay at home. And they paid off in a championship.
This has been a group that has been knocking on the door over and over again and finally have punched through.
And the hero is standing by with Jen.
Indeed, Bob, the man of the hour. Marcus, congratulations. Getting accolades from even your opponent. Walk me through this game, because defensively, you had Eberlein drive's number from the jump, and you never let go.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. We talked about our identity was going to be defense starting the tournament, and we wanted to come in here and do the same thing that we did the 5 games before, and we did it.
You have been a staple of TBT, from your days with sideline cancer to now with this team. What was it like hitting those 2 free throws to grab this Elam Ender and your championship?
6 years ago, Sideline brought me to play with them, and we played in this building. My first time ever playing TBT, so I want to thank them for that. Just coming in here and playing for Wichita in front of these fans, these amazing fans. I just wanted to show them what I'm capable of, and I did it. I did it.
How much of a factor was this home crowd for y'all tonight?
It's big time. They came and showed out for us 6 games in a row, and we packed and sold out the building, and we put on a show for them. We put on a show.
You certainly did. Now, what got you off to such a hot start? Because you owned that first half.
I mean, throughout this whole tournament, I probably wasn't making my shots, but I was making the right plays. But everybody trusts me, and I stay confident in myself. And I know when I see 1 or 2 get going, then I'm good to go.
All right, the big question, Marcus. We have loved watching you in TBT all of these years. You alluded that perhaps if you won this one, if you took home the check this time, that you might retire from TBT. Is this the last time we see you hit an Elam Ender?
As of right now, if they don't want to come back, I ain't coming back. But if they do, I'll come back again. Yeah.
Bob, Nick, there you have it. We may once again be treated to the pleasure of seeing Marcus Keene in a TBT uniform, and it's all thanks to this home crowd.
The vote was 9,000 to nothing that they're going to run it back with Marcus Keene. We have the trophy ceremony coming up, and we'll close out our coverage of TBT 2025. An incredible day in Wichita, Kansas. The winner at the line, Marcus Keene, and the AfterShocks have the championship. A championship that was 7 years in the making comes to fruition today in Wichita, Kansas for the AfterShocks. Time for the trophy ceremony and the big check presentation. Here's Jen.
Ladies and gentlemen, TBT has a new champion. And for the first time in this tournament's 12-year history, that champion is being crowned on their home court in front of their home crowd. It's been a 7-year journey. But congratulations to the Wichita State alums and the AfterShocks. Tournament co-founder and CEO John Mugar, it was your vision to have all of this come together in front of a home crowd like this. What did you think of today's performance?
Congratulations to the Roundhouse. And congratulations to our 2025 champions, the AfterShocks.
And of course, along with that amazing trophy comes one more little nugget. To the victor go the spoils, $12 million worth of, or $1 million worth of spoils, by the way. Ladies and gentlemen, the TBT check for $1 million to your AfterShocks. And in keeping with TBT tradition, place your name on top of that bracket.
Marcus McDuffie had the honor of putting that placard on the board for a final time in 2025. And Thick Bob, not only were the AfterShocks good, they were so impressive in this building. The crowd gave them that sixth man energy, and they rode it all the way to the title.
Never trailed in the Elam Ending portion of this entire tournament. And really special group, a group that has been knocking on the door for a long time. I think the AfterShocks represents a lot of what I love about the TBT. You get the alumni factor. You also get a little bit of recruiting as well of some key additions from some non-alums. That guy right there, Zach Bush, pressed all the right buttons. This was a special tournament. This is a special team, and this was a special afternoon here in Wichita.
And as for the game, no doubt, the AfterShocks bench was the difference from start to finish.
That's what they've been this entire tournament. Their depth has been what has separated them, and it was again here this afternoon.
Tough day for Eberlein Drive. A worthy opponent for sure in this championship. But we have had a blast. Nick Bay, it was so much fun.
Awesome, Bob. Appreciate it.
And for our entire crew, not only here in Wichita, but back in Indianapolis as well, for Jen Hale, this is Bob Rathbun thanking you for joining us. Congratulations to the AfterShocks, TBT champions.